lesson. I thank God who has kept us safe. So at this juncture, let me request one person to give us an opening prayer. Put up your hand, you are selected, and then you give us an opening prayer. So put up your hand. Or I'm just going to pick at random so that I can get a prayer from one of you. Ashobia. Ashobia. Ashobia.
All right, let's play. Lord Heavenly Father, we want to thank you. Thank you for that everything is accessible and then finally
Okay, Tashobia, thank you so much for that prayer. However much your network was not all that good, I would like to apologize for last time. You may find that our lesson was not concluded well because of the technical challenge of the network. However, you may find that during that time, we had covered some work. During that time, we had covered some work. Therefore, I'm going to request you members to try to remind me as regards to what we covered, when we are looking at goals. So you can briefly put up your hand and remind us about goals, the definition for goals. If any person can put up the hand because the work was submitted in your Google Classroom. Therefore, I think you took the initiative to revise that work. So we have to make sure that each and every person can easily follow up. However much someone has just joined us today, at least we have to make sure that each and every person is at par. So you put up your hand, then you have to give us a definition for goals. However, I would like to thank Edify Uganda for sponsoring this program, Christian Schools Owners Association, and also ICT Teachers Association of Uganda, to ensure that lessons move on, however much you people you at home, but to have online classes. Sheila, you can see your hand up. Give us the definition for goals.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. A goal is a long-term target that is released after a long period of time.
Which is realized?
Which is realized, yeah, realized after a long period of time.
That a goal, however much we say that it is a long-term desire, we also have short-term goals. So, but here a long-term desire can take around 5 years. Yet the other one, which is short-term, it can take around 3 or 2 years. So that desire, which you may find that can be achieved in a long period of time, that is a goal. So let me have some examples of goals. You can give me an example. An example of a goal. An example of a goal. You put up your hand. Okay, Sheila. Sheila, go ahead.
I'm just going to try.
It's okay. Go ahead and try. Sheila, go ahead. We are waiting for you. As I
A
also
business
wait
goal.
for others to put up a business goal.
Yes.
Is that the example? Is that the example? So, Sheila, nice try. But in one way or the other, if you are setting a goal should be smart. Why should I say that a goal should be smart? So SMART in full stands for a systematic, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So that is a goal. Therefore, Sheila, one of the goals you have given us, it is missing out such elements. So I can give an example: to increase profits by 40% in 5 years. So you find that that goal is specific, to increase profits. It is realistic. It can be achieved. It is measurable, 50%. Then you may find that it is also having time bound of 5 years. Time bound of 5 years. Then you may find that there are also some other examples. There are also other examples. So try to give me some other examples. Sona, thank you so much. I can see your hand up.
To increase sales by 50% in a period of 2 years.
Yeah, thank you so much. That is a short-term goal. So you may find that your goal has been measurable. Your goal has been realistic. Your goal, you may find that is having time bound. That is great. Then give me some of the importances of setting goals. Why is it good for a business to have goals? Yeah, let me have at least a boy representing other boys. So far, I've got answers you on board. Please, I'm requesting that you can come as well and assist me via that. Boys, should I select at random? Should I select at random? Chikonda. Chikonda. Importances. Okay. If boys are silent, let me have girls. If boys are silent, let me have girls. Let me have girls. Let me have girls. Put up your hands and give me the answer. We are looking at importances of setting goals in a business. Why is it good to have goals in a business? Okay, so you may find that one of the importances of having goals in a business is to help in decision making. Help in decision so you may find that help in decision making. So basically, that is one of the importances. Then you may find that another one, maximum utilization of resources. Maximum utilization of resources. So setting goals, you may find that in one way or the other, goals can easily be utilized because there are some targets which are supposed to be looked at. Then we also have objectives. Objectives are basically specific targets that the business sets, which will move the business in the direction of achieving goals and a mission. So you may find that objectives for them, they have to be achieved within a shortest period of time. 1 year or even 5% in an objective. So we are going to now move on to what we are going to look at in our topic today. We are going to look at general description of a business or company profile So by the end of the lesson, you people at least you will find that you'll be in position to define a general description. Then you give at least 4 contents of a general description. Then as well, you'll be in position to define a marketing plan. Define a marketing plan. So, general description of a business, this refers to a statement that shows the name, ownership, products, location, and SWOT analysis of the business. So you may find that a general description tries to bring out most of the elements within a business, what a business should comprise of. First of all, a business should have a name. You cannot have a business without a name. So you have to show the ownership of the business. Is it a sole trade business? Is it a partnership? Is it a joint stock company? You have to show that. Then where the business is located. So the business should have an address where you may find that if you are to direct, if you are to receive documents, they have a place where to locate that business. Then SWOT analysis. Here you are able to analyze the strength, weaknesses, and opportunities, as well as the threats of the business. Because in any business, you have to determine where you are coming from and where you are going. You have to plan in time, because failure to plan, then you plan to fail. So you have to consider all those aspects in the business. You analyze them. Where you have strength, you consolidate the strength you have. Where you have weaknesses, you try to come up with solutions for such weaknesses. Opportunities within the business, you try your level best to utilize those opportunities. If you have threats in the business, you try your level best how you will have to overcome those threats in order not to put the business at risk. So you find that a general description comprises of one, as we talked about, the business name and address. Therefore, if you are asked in an examination to prepare a general description, that is the first part you have to consider. After having your frame, you are supposed to have the business name and address. Then number 2, you have to talk about the location of the business, where the business is found. So you start with the village where it is located, parish, sub-county, and even the district. So it matters a lot when it comes to talking about such location or such place where the business is found. Purpose of the business. Why was the business established? So you may find that in one way or the other, each and every business is started with a reason. Why was the purpose established? Therefore, we should ask the purpose of the business. We have to look at the vision. Therefore, it means you have to come up with a vision, a mission, whereby we said a mission is a statement that indicates the major purpose of the business and how you are going to achieve that. Then we look at goals, which goals we have tried also to look at the same time, the objectives. What are the aims you want to achieve within a shortest period of at least less than a year? So also that one is paramount. So I'm going to request you members to supplement on those 3 components, which are supposed to be in the general description. There are others. Therefore, I'm going to ask at least you supplement on those ones. You put up your hand, then you supplement on those ones. What do you think we can include apart from those ones in our, description? So now, thank you very much.
The customer.
Pardon? Pardon? Okay, so now as talked about the customers of the business, you have to show them in our, description. That is great. Another person. I'm still waiting for boys. Alexander, Edwin. Nachi. Agi.
Morning, sir.
Pardon. Good morning. How are
Hello.
you? Nice to hear from you.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Another.
We include the started members that started it.
Pardon?
Including the time it started and the members that started it.
Okay, thank you very much. The date of establishment. Agi, thank you so much. I'm still waiting for at least a boy to respond. Edwin, do you have something to share with us? Edwin? Alexander? Edwin? Okay, any other person? Sheila?
The target market.
Pardon?
Market.
The target?
The target market.
Yeah, I think those are the customers now we are looking at. Basically, I think those are the customers. Agi still has an answer. Agi? Agi? Okay, Tashobia. Tashobia. Tashobia.
The products. The
products. Thank you very much. Goods or services offered. That is great. Another person. Another person. Another person. Innocent. Innocent. Innocent? What can be included? Innocent? Share with us what can be included in the general description. Give us an answer to represent boys. Matthias? Matthias?
Morning, sir.
Matthias? Good morning, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good. Yeah, we can include the policy measures of the business. Yeah, the policy measures of the business.
Okay, what if I talk about uniqueness of the business so that you can show how the business will be different from other businesses?
Yeah.
Are we there? Thank you so much. Another person? Thank you. Another person? Yeah, there are some aspects that I don't want you to leave. Tashobia?
The SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis.
Yeah, thank you very much. The SWOT analysis, already even the definition, we have looked at it. Thank you so much. Sheila? Sheila?
The date of the business commence.
Yeah, we have already looked at date of establishment. Then we can also look at source of funds, sources of funds, where money is going to come from. Then description of assets. Therefore, with the general description, you may find that it is more detailed. But in exams, if you are preparing a document, we would like you to present a document on one page. Therefore, you try to summarize and you look out for those crucial aspects, and at least you try to work upon them. Then, as you are preparing a general description, below, as you are winding up, you have to show us who has prepared such a document and who will approve. But the part for approval, you just leave it because you may find that it has not yet been approved. So in one way or the other, that is how a general description has to be. So you may find that with paper 2, we have to look at it in a more practical way. Therefore, I will be in position to share with your teachers practically how a general description tends to look like, but I would like you to do more research and find out how a general description can be when you are having those elements which we have looked at. Then we look at a marketing plan. Look at a marketing plan. So a marketing plan is an analysis of the possible position and opportunities of the business being planned in the present market situation. So a marketing plan basically tries to show how the business is, or how the business has positioned itself, or how it will position itself, and in one way or the other, the opportunities which the business tends to have within a present market. So in one way or the other, as an entrepreneur, you have to look at the market. Then you try to look at the opportunities which are within that market and how you are going to exploit them. Therefore, a marketing plan comprises of some aspects like target customers, which people are actually going to buy your goods, because in one way or the other, it is always important before you start to operate, you should know which people are going to buy your goods, because at the end of the day, if you fail to determine the customers, you are going to fail. You are going to fail because you don't know which people are going to buy your products. Then secondly, you have to look at the products you are going to offer. Which products are you going to offer? You have to indicate such products in your marketing plan. Then number 3, the position of your competitors. You have people you are competing with in the business. You have to determine their strength. Will you be in position to outcompete them? What actually their prices are for the goods you are also going to offer. Then if their prices are high, at least for you, make sure that the prices you are going to offer on the market are slightly lower so that you can attract customers, so that you are in position to compete in the market. So let me request that you supplement on those components to see which other components can we at least have in a marketing plan. If you are reached by someone, then a person tells you, I want to come up with a marketing plan. And so far he has given you those 3 components. Which other components can you come up with to assist that person to come up with a complete marketing plan? I need your answers. You put up your hand, then you can as well give me some of other components which can be included in a marketing plan to ensure that actually a document is prepared well. Sheila? Sheila?
The source of raw materials.
The source of raw materials, don't you think that that one comes in under production plan? Here we want to specifically see how we can market our products. Another person? Sheila, thank you for that trial. Another person? Another person? Marisa?
The marketing strategies.
Marketing?
Strategies.
Okay. Yeah, we can say sales, promotion, and advertising strategies. Are we there? How are you going to promote your products? Which arrangements are you going to make in terms of informing customers about your products? So that is under sales, promotion, and advertising strategies. Strategies which are not going to be so expensive. Strategies which are going to be effective and efficient so that each and every person within a target area can get information about the business and the products. So Melissa, thank you so much. Another person? Boys, you are so silent. Boys. Alexander, Edwin. Alexander, Edwin. At least I want to get a word from each and every person. Kasenge. Kasenge, share something with us. Because you are yet to represent boys. Kasenge, unmute. Unmute. Kasenge. Kasenge. Innocent. You unmute, then you mute. I don't know what the problem is. Kasenge. Okay, let me have another person. Another person. Edwin. Alexander. Okay, Melissa. Melissa?
I think we can also put the examples of tests, customers.
Examples of customers. We have already looked at
Like
target
their
customers.
tests and preferences.
Yeah, basically when
Their
you
tests
are
and
okay, thank you for that nice try. But once you talk about target customers, here we are summarizing the components. But once you sit down to write that marketing plan, you go in details to write or you give examples of those target customers. Sheila? Sheila?
I think the brand image needs
Brand
to also be,
image?
yeah.
Okay, nice try. Nice try. Another person? Another person? Another person? Matthias? Matthias? Okay, then we can also look at the pricing strategies. Which strategies are you going to come up when it comes to pricing, Melissa? So you have to show that the competitors are charging this amount. Then for me to also compete in the market, I will at least try to sell at a reasonable cost, which is less than that of the competitors. We also look at distributing strategy. How are you going to distribute your goods? Which channel of distribution are you going to use? Are you going to use direct? Or you are going to use the other one from the producer, agent, wholesaler, retailer, then to consumer finally. Then you also look at projected marketing expenses. Which expenses are you going to incur when you are marketing your goods? Because you may find that in a budget for the company, you may find that if you have earned some profits, 10% of the profits are supposed to be used in marketing the business. Therefore, you have to plan for that amount of money you have received from the profits and see how much you are going to spend on marketing expenses. Then sales personnel recruitment plan. When you are going to employ people, you have to look at how many people you are going to employ and which people are going to do that job of marketing and how you'll be in position to sustain them in terms of their allowances and what have you, and the specific work they are supposed to do. We move on uses of a marketing plan. Why is it important to have a marketing plan in your business plan? Number one, it identifies the market gap. So a marketing plan helps to show which gap is within the market you are supposed to fill. Which goods are lacking in the market? Which goods do people need but they are not provided? So within the marketing plan, you look at the goods which are needed by customers and you'll be in position to offer those goods. It is on a marketing plan which helps you to single out those goods which are needed. Then number two, you may find that it determines the market share. So the marketing plan helps you to know the share you have when you are in the market. If you are to compete, what amount, what percentage are you going to fulfill? Are you going to achieve in terms of the share? Because you may find that in the market, you have other competitors, but which percentage for you you are going to have in the market? Then number 3 helps to analyze the business competition. So it helps you to know how the competition is in the market. Which competition are you going to engage in? And you try how to overcome that competition. Which competitors are you going to deal with? How prepared are they? How do they offer their goods and services? So that you can also be in position to even outcompete them, so that you be the leader in the market, so that you be on the top. You have the biggest percentage in terms of market share. So that one is so important when it comes to having a business plan. Then number 4, it identifies business customers. So before you enter into production, before you enter into supply, you may have to know which customers are you going to serve, which people are going to buy your products. Remember, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. You cannot start production when you have not identified the customers who are going to buy your products. That is the reason why in Uganda, most of the businesses do not reach their first birthday, because people enter into business where they have not even known their customers, when actually they haven't determined how they will be in position to supply their goods, which people are going to consume their goods at what time, and even during which time and period. So you may find that such things fail out so many people in the business. Then you may find that helps to decide on the promotional measures to use. So which measures you may find that will work out for a particular business? Which media are you going to use? Because you may find that we have different advertising media. Some are even expensive, some are even not effective. So which one are you going to use? You have to look out for a media which is not so expensive, which is economical, but however it is efficient and effective. Let me request that you supplement on those 5, because we do not have only 5 uses of a marketing plan. We have more than those ones. So try to supplement. I want you people to give me more uses of a marketing plan for you, which you may think of and they are not singled out there on the screen. Can you supplement? I'm waiting for your hands. Members. Good enough. Someone already, her hand is up. Sheila.
It helps the entrepreneur to identify his long-term and short-term goals.
His long-term and short-term goals. Okay, thank you very much. I can give you this trick. You can use the components of a marketing plan. Then you can come up with the uses of a marketing plan. So you may find that that is the trick in this topic of a business plan. You can as well use components of a particular plan, come up with the importance of that actual plan. So I have now Ronald Bamwine.
Yeah.
Yes, Bamwine, now you are representing boys.
It helps.
Helps the entrepreneur to do what?
He or she is going to communicate with customers.
how to get to customers. So, okay, I can say helps to select the best channel of distribution.
Yeah.
Leonard, are you at par?
Yes.
Select the best channel of distribution. How customers will be in position to have
Yes.
the goods. Yeah, thank you so much, Bamwine. Let me have Melissa. Thank you so much for participating, Melissa. Can we hear from you?
The marketing plan helps the entrepreneur to be able to set reasonable prices.
Reasonable prices, wonderful guides in pricing of products. Melissa, thank you so much. So it is only a marketing plan which will guide you when you are determining the prices for products. Wonderful. Another person? Another person? Please, please, others. Kerea, I have not heard from you. Kerea, can you share something with us? Angel? Angel? Alexander, you were coming up, but I don't know. Alexander? 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 Any other person? Stuart? Enrico? Stuart? Okay, Kelea, I can see your hand up. Kelea, your hand is up.
Can you talk about how it helps the business determine if it will give discounts to the customers, the prices of the goods?
So basically, when you talk about deduction in prices, there you are looking at promotional measures. Promotional what? Measures. How you will be in position to promote your goods. Let us hear from Stuart. Stuart?
How about if it helps an entrepreneur to choose the best channel for advertisement?
Yeah, that is under promotional measures. Yeah, Stuart, thank you very much for that supplement. Melissa, I can see your hand again. Melissa? Melissa?
It helps the business to find out how to use its money.
How to use its money. Okay, thank you so much. We can say plans how to meet marketing expenses. Plans how to meet marketing expenses. Are you there? So in a business plan, you may find that an entrepreneur is in position to plan how those marketing expenses will be handled. Thank you so much. Angel, I can see your hand. Let me conclude with you. Angel? Angel?
Master?
Yes?
Hello?
I can hear you.
I'm just trying.
It is okay.
It helps in the increase in the number of customers.
It helps in increase in the number of customers. Thank you so much.
Customers.
Yeah. So you may find that when you are determining the business customers in one way or the other, you can as well go ahead to try to find more customers. Then lastly, we can say determines how much to produce. So you may find that you have to determine how much to produce. Kerea?
Teacher,
Yes.
my point is, okay, I'm inquiring. That point
Okay,
of reducing the number of customers, isn't the marketing plan like, doesn't the business remain with it? Like, isn't it not shown to the customers? How does it increase the customers?
How does it increase the customers? Here you are in a position to identify which customers will you have. So it is all about going out in the field and determine which people will be in position to buy your goods. For example, if you start a business at school, school project, you get to know that students will be your customers, teachers will be your customers, non-teaching staff will be your customers. But you don't only stop on those three parties, but also the community. Are we there? Because the school has community members around. So once you identify more customers, automatically you are increasing the number of people who will be in position to buy your products. Okay, am I clear? Chigongo, add something, then I move on. Chigongo. Okay. So you may find that when we also look at a production plan, this refers to an analysis or statement of the projected and expected requirements for producing the proposed goods and services. So that is a production plan. For it is a statement for projected or expected requirements for producing the proposed goods and services. So we look at factors when preparing the production plan, which factors can also work as components. So when preparing a production plan, you need production or marketing or manufacturing production process. I can talk about it like that. You need to look at requirements. Which things are you going to use when you are carrying out production? So that one matters a lot. Are you going to use and equipments? Are you going to use machinery? So you have to know what equipments you are going to use. Then you also have to look at special requirements, the utilities which you are going to use. For example, communication utilities, you look at water utilities, water supply, electricity supply. Then you also have to look at physical plant layout. How will the layout be when you are to start production? Because you remember, if you are to produce, you need a spacious place where production will have to take place. So you have to determine how the layout will be. Then we have inventory management. Therefore, inventory management, how are you going to manage stock? It matters a lot, because you have to make sure that you do not have shortages, and you have to ensure that production takes place routinely. Then we have also human resource requirement, which people are going to engage in production in terms of skilled, semi-skilled, and even non-skilled, because in production, all such people are needed, and they are also paramount. Then we look at the organizational management or administrative plan. This explains the personnel needed in the business, their recruitment in relation for production. So here you are going to look at basically the people whom are going to run the business. So they are components of an organizational plan. People who work in the business, the responsibilities of the workers and their supervisor, the skills and qualifications of the workers. So let me ask you to supplement on some of the components of an organization plan within just few minutes. Try to supplement. If you talk about personnel needed, what actually other things you have to look at? Chikonde. Sheila?
The administrative expenses of the
The
business.
administrative, the amount to be paid to each worker.
To the
Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Also, you have talked about administrative expenses. Yeah, here we look at payment of phone services, payment of transport. Thank you so much. Then we have also looked at payment of workers, salaries, and wages. That is great. Kasenge. Innocent. Innocent. Okay, Stewart. Stewart. Pardon?
Fringe benefits of workers.
Thank you so much. Expected fringe benefits to be given to the employees. That is great. That is great, because you may find that there are some benefits which workers are supposed to have. Kasenge. Innocent. 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 Okay, Sheila.
I think.
Kasenge, go ahead. Kasenge, we are listening. Kasenge, we are waiting for you. Kasenge.
I think the number of workers needed in the business.
Thank you very much. The number of workers required in the business. You have to know, are you going to use 10 or 20 people? You are going to use 30 or 40 workers. That is great. Chikonda. Chikonda. Sheila.
The level of skills of workers.
That is our point number 3, the skills and qualifications of the workers. So I would like to thank you for participating in this lesson. That is our assignment, which assignment you'll have to find in your Google Classroom. I also want to thank Edify and also Christian Schools Owners Association and ICT Teachers Association of Uganda for such an arrangement. Today, it marks the end of our lessons, but next week you will have exams. Therefore, I'm requesting you to prepare, read for the exams. And however, you can subscribe in on our YouTube channel. So you have to log in, Christian Schools Owners Association. You'll have all the lessons which you have missed. Therefore, do the needful to ensure that as well you are in position to move on with us, because you may find that we shall have recorded videos to have you people attending to the lessons online. Thank you so much, Mr. Kakulu. Mr. Kakulu. Mr. Kakulu. Okay. Let me ask any person to give us a closing prayer if there is no any question. Any question? Any question? Kerea, any question?
So I have a question.
Yeah, you ask.
On the components of the what? Management plan, organizational plan. Can you talk of the working terms and conditions provided to the employers? Conditions.
Yeah. They are also inclusive. They are also inclusive. Then you can also talk about the positions of workers. Which positions will be held by workers? Thank you so much for that question. Another person to ask? Is there any other question? Okay. Sheila? Sheila?
Teacher, you said you are going to do papers next week.
Yes. And I think
Are we going to do all that?
timetable. No, you are going to do only paper one. You're going to do only paper one because it's a paper you have been studying. And you may find that some of you in your schools, you haven't started paper two, you haven't started paper three. So you examine only this paper one. Chikonde. Okay. Any other question? Chikonde? Chikonda? Okay, any person give us a closing prayer as we are winding up. Any person to give us a closing prayer? Okay, clear.
Let's humble ourselves for a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you that you've made this lesson possible. We pray that we may continue learning and understanding everything our teachers are teaching us. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for turning up. Mr. Kakulu?